This is Q,
It's T.
Dolly B.
and this is the Juice. Hey everybody, welcome back. So this week we're going to talk about should we force all our children to go to college and how we feel about that. We're definitely going to talk about Diddy and Lori Harvey. Publicly breastfeeding. Good topic. And then we're going to talk about the difference between privacy and secrecy and down low brothers. Alright, so this week I'm going to need y'all to chime in, talk to us, because we're going to be chatting back with y'all. So we're going to start off with the college. Dolly, what you feel about that?
Honestly, I was just having a conversation with someone about this exact topic, and in my opinion, I feel like black people, we're sort of instructing our kids to just go to college just because, you know what I'm saying, it's what you need to be doing. As soon as you get out of high school, it looks good instead of you just not doing anything, and some kids get unproductive when they don't go to school. But if you start aligning them before they even graduate to know what they want to do, what they're interested in doing, versus just trying to send them to go sign up for a major that's not even going to make them no money, they're just going to basically build debt instead of building the legacy that we're supposed to be doing. Because all in all, we don't really have time to waste going to school for 4, 5, 6 years and throw all that money away and just be stuck in debt, because most of us don't come from families that we can fall back on businesses, and our grandads and grandmoms and moms didn't leave us nothing like the white folks did. They can go to school and just play with it, see what goes. No, we need direction when we come out of school, and I feel like that's where a lot of it is like playing into people saying don't go to school. And I think that's the wrong stigma to put out there, is not don't go to school. You just need to know what you want to go to school for.
I would agree. And a matter of fact, I think it was you and I that was having that conversation this week.
We probably did.
I
had
think
a
so.
conversation like
But I'm going to have to agree with you. I think that school is for some people and not for others. Personally, you know, everybody know my daughter graduated in 2014. Prior to her graduating, I sat her down and asked her, what did she want to do? Did you want to go to school, or did you want to pursue your music career?
Right.
Whatever you did, you had to go 100% in, right?
Right.
So she decided to do music. And like I told her, you're young. So if music don't work out, school is always going to be there. Now, personally, I do feel that if you're not going to be a doctor or something like that, everybody should follow their dreams while they're young, before you get debt, before you have families, and you have priorities. So you see people who go to school, get their families, have houses, in miserable jobs, and now they can't follow their dreams because their priorities won't allow them.
Right.
What do you think, Tony?
Hey, you guys have some great points. Shit.
You know, we're smart.
You know,
That's why we're moms.
I mean, you ladies have some great points. But me personally, I definitely believe in entrepreneurship and creating your own business, and
Definitely.
you know, creating your own self-worth. So I'm not in the business anymore of helping someone else get to the top. You know, I feel like I'm smart enough to run up my business myself. So that's why I've been, you know, doing that for the last 4 years. So my son is 19 at the moment. I tried to get him to go to trade school, not traditional school, only because, you know, I felt like, you know, you can obtain a skill, you know what I'm saying, early in life, and then you could use that to your advantage to create your own business and create your own cash flow and income stream to take care of a family. But I don't, you know, look down upon those who send their children to college, because of the simple fact that, you know, like we were saying, like you guys were saying, that it's not for everybody, but it's strongly suggested for others and other families, because of the simple fact that a lot of people didn't go to college in their families. So they do steer or child rear their child into college or going to college, because they want them to obtain an education in a degree or a level of education, so that they can say that my child was able to go beyond or farther than me. So it's different aspects or perspectives to look at it when you talk about going to college and not going to college.
I don't think it's no wrong answer to it. Like, if you go to college, go to college. But I would tell you that it's a lot of people who got degrees and not using them. Now, I went to college and I didn't graduate, and I know I make some way more money than some people who have $90,000 worth of college debt out there.
I think what a lot of people too are getting mixed up with is like, listen, a lot of the things that everybody wants to do is glamorous, it looks good, it's flashy, it's shiny, but you can literally have $1 million AC company, $1 million plumbing company. Those are the type of things that these kids got to start going to school for, because at the end of the day, we gonna always need somebody that fix your AC. You gonna always need a mechanic. You gonna always need a plumber. These, you know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta get out of that of what looks good and learn how to operate. I know somebody that just graduated from AC school, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't really know how it works, but I think you only gotta work maybe 1 or 2 years with somebody else, and then you can pretty much open up your own AC company. Like, good money. Roofers, contractors, like, good money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be a rapper.
Right. The thing is, you know, we want to be able to give our children as many opportunities as we can. However, we're restricted of our knowledge of a lot of different positions out here in schooling and what we're actually sending our children to school for. You know what I'm saying? We have to be able to talk to our kids and give them some direction as far as what's a good, you know, field to get in, because of the simple fact that it's money to be made out here, but you don't want your child to be just getting into a field or going to college just to be a damn basket weaver. You know what I'm saying? We want a bachelor's degree and things that they know they ain't gonna come out here. Well, you know that they're not gonna come out here and make no money.
Right. We want to be able to set them up for generational wealth, and change the narrative for our people. And be able to set something up, because a lot of times, like, I know I don't want to work a 9 to 5 for somebody else and make them rich, you know. And if our children don't have to do that, I would prefer for them not. And if we give them the proper skills, then they don't have to.
Right.
Yeah. So it's all about how we set our kids up. You know what I'm saying? If we give them the proper tools to go out here and be successful as entrepreneurs, then, you know, if they have somebody to follow or something to actual a model to see, you know what I'm saying? Because again, we're sending our kids to colleges, you know, and they're getting this debt. You know what I'm saying? We're paying for this schooling, not even knowing, you know what I'm saying, what their real, you know, passions are. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's debt.
You know what I mean?
But you know, let me tell you, if you're a parent, you can probably figure out what your children's passion is at a young age, right?
If you pay attention.
If you pay attention. Like, I knew Cheyenne was going to be a singer from like day one.
Not necessarily, because a lot of times we don't expose our children to a lot of different things.
To expose them,
right. So because again, we're lacking the resources in our communities to have our kids doing all these different things. So we only know football, basketball, you know, sports. So if we had other things, like, for instance, I just talked to one of my clients, well, actually, he's a close friend of mine, you know what I'm saying, about putting, you know, he was talking about putting his son in the coding school, and I was like, well, shit, I know where a free coding school for kids at.
Actually, that's what my nephew doing. KJ doing coding and animation and all of that other stuff. So we do need to give them other things, other avenues to look at where they can make money. And then, you know what, those certificates,
things that they like.
And you know, those certificates
mean, take you a long way.
It will take me. They are money. Like, when you look at it, you can go get your master's, and then if you get your master's and then you're thinking about getting your doctorate, and you compare to see how much it's going to cost you to get your doctorate, and it may be like you might be missing like maybe like $2,000 across a year, but then you have like another $35,000 worth of debt that you're in, and then you can just get those certificates and then eventually make that same amount of money with the doctorate.
Right. Well, hey, Bo.
How you doing, baby daddy Bo? You got something to chime in?
Happy birthday, Shire. My daughter's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Shire.
Yeah.
Is she going to college? How old is Shire?
13 today.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Anyway. Yeah, college ain't for everybody. School period is not for everyone. High school is not for everyone. One of my friends, one of my good friends, one of my brothers, he dropped out of high school. He got his good enough diploma, a GED, and went and got a trade, and then went back to school. He went to college, and now he runs a waste management plant. He makes like $100 a year. It is what it is. He was the first one to drop out. I think he was 16.
Yeah. All you need is motivation.
I ain't saying, you don't need it, but I always see people who like it's not.
You don't have to be a part of the. You don't have to stay in the box.
Good enough. I have a good enough diploma.
Right.
And I left high school when I was 16 years old. So
I actually graduated high school, and I could have went to college. I had a 3.17 GPA. I was pretty good in sports.
He was good. He was
running on his tippy toes.
I just didn't have the right support system. So it could be other things that could keep you away from doing the things that you want to do. Like you might want to go to school, or you might want to go to college, but along the way you might notice that your parents or your family doesn't have the proper monetary means to send you to school. So what you do is, along the way, you might get better at sports, or you might focus your time on something like that to help your situation, because a lot of times that's all we have. But what I'm here to tell you guys is, tell your children, teach your children that that's not all that's out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You be creative, use your mind, use your, what's your God-given talent. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of talents that we have that we just don't focus on. Definitely. So you might have a child that has a musical talent, you know what I'm saying, that can play an instrument pretty good, or can dance pretty well, or can do something in the arts. You need to focus on that rather than trying to force them into doing something else. You might have a child
that you wanted to do.
Right. You don't want to have your child living through you. You don't want to live your dream through your child. You know what I'm saying? You want to let them be able to develop, you know what I'm saying, and whatever they're good at, and give them the proper exposure to multiple things, and not just what you may think that they like.
Right. And this is just our opinion, just FYI.
Yeah.
So we're not telling.
I personally, I went to FAMU, and the greatest thing I could say I got from FAMU was the experience alone. Not even necessarily like, you know what I'm saying, like book wise, just social. That experience, like being around other black people like that wanted higher education, just wanted to be great, wanted, you know what I'm saying, just better out of life. You know what I'm saying? Just that experience alone. If you into it, you know what I'm saying, I say experience that for sure.
Go, have fun, make mistakes, not stupid mistakes. Like, because they make the best stories, right? And on top of that, network. That's what college is about, networking. Because regardless of what degree you have, if you know somebody who's the CEO of that company and y'all network together, it's a good chance that you can be working for them.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to have the right degree.
I would just
relationship.
My oldest daughter is a college student at USF, and she's now this year. She's like, I gotta get into something. Like, she's going to school I gotta get into these things, and I just put it to her like, yo, you gotta get in one of these sororities. You don't have to, but all the people that I know, all the females, it's like a gang. But it's like everybody is plugged in. I mean, you make that call, and I know. I have family members who are Qs, and this is crazy.
It's about relationships. When you get in those fraternities and sororities,
that's what it's about.
It's about relationships, and then what they're gonna do is they're also gonna challenge you and push you, and then they're gonna also put you in position. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So those are actually, you know what I'm saying, good things for our kids, for our people to be in. However, we need to bring that into our communities more often. You know what I'm saying? We need to bring that mindset inside community. You know what I'm saying?
We just need
look at each other as neighbors.
I'm gonna tell you something real. Let me tell y'all something real. Your son got a better chance of being a doctor or a lawyer than he is a professional athlete.
Big facts.
Big facts. I'm with you on that.
9 times out of 10, his ass ain't gonna make it.
To be on that field.
9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, because you gotta look at the numbers. I mean, it's 4 4 million high school seniors, it's only 40,000 of them getting picked to go to college.
And then to be in the NFL is even slimmer.
And this is an agenda they pushing now. This is what you also gotta remember. They pushing that agenda like, yo, play ball.
Yeah, cause
We don't care about y'all playing ball.
We want entertainers. That's what they want. That's what
Don't go try to change the world though.
And I'll
Please.
tell you this, as a parent of an entertainer, everybody don't make it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's hard work. I mean, listen.
It's hard work.
It's
And I seen your grind. I seen you. I always say like, you gotta keep pushing. It ain't gonna be, hey.
But that's the same thing you'll tell somebody going to school to be a doctor.
I was about to say,
That's the same thing you'll
it's
tell
hard work for
somebody going to
everybody.
school to be a lawyer. You'll tell them the same thing if they was going to school to be an engineer.
Ain't nothing in life guaranteed, but you can position yourself.
Right.
You can't put yourself in that position. If you don't do it, then you got to at least put yourself in the position. Because there's plenty of people who are businessmen who are, whatever they got going on, they're not as successful as other people in the same field, same degrees, same amount of schooling, same everything. But put yourself in those positions. That's
So,
the best thing I can say.
The best advice I think we've all given here is just be open-minded and make sure that you're doing what's best for you and not what you think society say that you should do.
For your child, I mean, you know.
Football is cool, but one of these kids have in their mind the cure to cancer, the cure to all kind of diseases. But if we just focus on that, it's nothing to get A's and B's. I don't need my daughters make straight A's, and I don't even know how to push them. I'm like, yeah, y'all do that without even trying. I don't know what to tell them, but I know they're doing it without even effort.
You gotta think about it.
I'm trying to.
You gotta think about it. Right now, we look at memes all the time on how we see Africans coming up and creating all kind of stuff on Instagram, on Facebook. You see all these different creations all the time. Then you see all these young black boys and girls going to college at 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? At 12 years old, 15 years old, first one to graduate out of you know what I'm saying, college at 15, and you got, black bioengineers, and you know what I'm saying? So there is different things out there for our children to be doing that could actually help the world.
Don't limit them.
What I do is,
Don't
what
limit
I do to the young ones I know, it's more males to me. I don't know why, but
Because you're a male.
I show them salaries. I show them, hey, boy, this is what truck drivers make, boy. This is what such and such make. Instead of, you know what I'm saying, like showing them like this ain't just no, you eat.
Yeah.
Cause they see just now it's like everybody's, want to be, who don't want to ball? Like, just being realistic. Like, who don't want to live that life? You understand what I'm saying? And that's what they pushing. As soon as you hit your what's the name, that's the first thing you're going to see. But, how many niggas rap? And made it?
Not a lot.
From like, that's what I'm saying. So, that's what I always, you know what I'm saying, when I go holler at the young ones, that's what I say, like, okay, how many you know?
And I was just
personally.
I was just talking to some my little cousin, Jay Jones' son, Phillips. Him and his partners came here the other day to get a cut, and I was talking to them about how, they should, they homeboys, they real homeboys, how they should invest together, how they should save money together, how they should do some, investing and try to, buy some property or land or something.
I'm glad you said that. Did you just see the link?
Yeah, I actually seen something
Where
about the 5 young men putting their money together and actually,
$50 a week for 2 years, and they bought their first property.
Right. So this is something that you want to start to, embrace and start to focus on and teach your young fellas and young females to young ladies, young men to start to look into. If they hanging with cliques or groups of kids that come over to your house and go in your refrigerator, sit them down and tell them what they could be doing with their money together and show them what actual group economics is. You know what I'm saying? Group economics. If they got 5 friends that put $50 a month together and they save that money for 5 years, they will not have to worry about no college. They won't have to worry about no
Start
debt.
small with it.
You see what I'm saying? If they
Right.
if they all got a job, just like if all of them work at McDonald's. Just say this: if all of them got a job at McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Subway, or whatever they doing, Dairy Queen, and they put $50 a month, if one of you parents put that in an account for them for the next 5 years, they can get them a property, and then they can start from there.
And you're changing the narrative of
We used to
our
put
people.
our money together for.
No, I mean, no, but we're changing the narrative of our people because we feel like we can't work together, right? So we
That's right.
start them at young children, showing them how to work with one another.
Right.
Then they're going to then pass that on to their kids. And then we stop the generational curses that we have that, like, we can't work together.
Right.
So if we start young, planting these seeds, we're going to change what people think of us.
That's right. So everything starts at home.
It does.
Everything starts at home. We're going to go to the next topic.
Oh, we surely will. So this is like kind of off subject, but it's still about parenting. So they've been making a breastfeeding, yeah, because they've been making such a big issue about people publicly breastfeeding. Now, let me say this. I'll start this out. I breastfed for like 9 months, right?
Right.
So
That long?
it depends. It's somewhere like average. What made me stop breastfeeding is because I hated the pump.
You
So
can
what-
breastfeed up to 3 years
That's not
old, man.
breastfeeding.
People be breastfeeding at 3
What?
years old. Baby walk around, they
No, but you
sucking
have to-
titties, standing up.
That's not breastfeeding. The pump is not breastfeeding.
No, but what happens is when
That's breast milking.
Yeah, no, but what stopped me from breastfeeding is that my daughter was in daycare, and so I was tired of pumping
You
so that
gotta-
she can have the breast milk when I wasn't there.
Ooh, Lord.
You
But
gotta.
so I was more of a conservative parent. Like when I was out in public, I would cover up, and
Well, you damn sure ain't conservative no goddamn more.
Yes, I am.
Dollar, did you breastfeed?
I did. It's hard, man. And when people be like, "Oh, she could have pumped. She could have just pumped before she listen."
Oh, you
pumping
whip
is
out
so
anywhere,
hard.
huh?
Pumping is hard.
It's hard.
I just seen
It's
a girl
harder
in the
than
mall.
breastfeeding alone. So
I think she was flirting though, but
it
go
take
ahead.
forever. And some people don't even really lactate like that, and the baby get more milk than when you're trying to pump anyway. So
Right.
you really be sitting there for about an hour and a
And
half
a drop.
trying to get 2 bottles of milk. Like, no. And most babies, like my daughter, she was irate when she was hungry. So once she wanted to eat, it
You
was
gotta
like
drop
everybody
it.
just started panicking. Like, you got to fix the bottle. Ain't got time to
What?
be worried about how somebody feel if I gotta whip this titty out. So she can shut up. Like, your emotions aside. I'm sorry.
That's what it
Here
sounds
you go,
like.
baby. Whip it in your mouth.
So
sorry.
fellas, how do y'all feel about if you're somewhere public and a girl
the girl
just
gotta whip her titty out the
and
face.
not covered up? Do you think she need to be
Who
covered?
does that? Nobody don't do it
What
without
you
covering
doing?
up.
This is
No,
ratchet.
they
People
do.
do it without
Nah,
covering
y'all
up.
just talking.
No,
No, they
That's
What, at the
that's
pool
against the
side?
law. You do that.
It's not against the law.
You can't whip your tit out without
Saying,
covering
cover
up.
your titty up if you're gonna breastfeed.
One, what
I
if
don't
you have to
no
do
issue
it and
with
it's an emergency and you don't have a cover?
You
Two,
got to keep the cover if you got the
No,
baby.
listen,
if
two-
the baby getting breastfed, you got to
most
make sure you
babies
got the
don't
cover
even
on
like
back.
to be covered up while they're eating. Like,
Yeah,
just
fuck
imagine
what they
somebody
like.
putting a blanket over your
You
head.
cover
while you're
it,
trying to
so
eat.
you cover the
I don't
whole
care what they
baby.
like.
I
Yeah,
thought you
you
just
gotta
like
cover they
cover a
head.
little like.
No, you just cover the baby. You just cover the titty.
Yeah.
No.
You put the blanket over the chest.
You're covering-
The blanket
you're
go down to
covering
the
them.
baby.
You're covering them.
The baby lip.
Because once the person can even see what you're doing,
They all in.
That's crazy though.
But to me, it's crazy
People
too
are
because we so
stupid.
It's natural
comfortable
to
with everything
breastfeed.
else, but a child eating from the mama got to be happy.
Only
y'all
black
being out of
people
shape.
are uncomfortable with that shit.
No, it's the white people that we looking at that's making the
It's
big
the
issue
it's the
about
white
it.
people.
Mm.
Only when you
Walk around
black.
with nipple covers.
They don't care about the white
No
people
pressure.
doing it. They know
I
that
don't
you
believe
know
that.
black women.
The
do.
article that we saw wasn't it a white lady?
Yes.
Well,
That
white
was
ladies
true.
always write articles. They always got something to say.
No, it's technically a pretty good subject because at the end of the day, like people really be trying to tell somebody what they need to be doing. While they're
Anybody
pregnant.
chiming in?
My thing is,
Do they say it like cause their kids around, or they just on some rocket shit?
disgusted to see a titty out in the open public. What is the problem?
Oh yeah,
What
we missed
is-
the comment. But
What was the comment about
the
what?
comment was early exposure to higher education environments are key as well. Plant the seed of that vision early.
Yeah, you got to
Totally
plant that
agree.
seed. Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
But back to breastfeeding. You don't need.
That's your favorite
You don't
part
need
right
to.
there.
You don't need to have the breast. You don't need to have the breast or the titty out everywhere. You want to cover the breast. You actually want to get you a. Y'all know how we be making these. You know how them women got them drawers with the opening down there. You got to make you a bra with the opening, so you just get the nipple to stick out, and the baby can just get the nipple. You see what I'm saying?
Why y'all don't
So you
wear
gotta
that
wear that
shit?
underneath. You wear that underneath whatever you wearing, because what I want to understand, what I want to know is, okay, well, y'all are very intelligent women. Y'all know if y'all got these babies, how long they gonna be breastfeed. You just can't wear that attire everywhere when you have a baby, so that you can be formidable.
You know where you going.
So you can be right for the
You know where you going.
yeah.
No,
If you
listen.
know that you gonna be out in public
Let
and
me-
you ain't made no bottle for the baby, you know you might have to whip out. Then you might
You know
want
what
to
time
wear
it is.
something the way you gonna have that brace on your
Let
titty.
me tell you
So
the
if you have to whip out,
situation that happened. Right, we was at
you know what I'm saying?
I want to say
The doctor's office.
I think it was, and they was sitting there waiting on, you know what I'm saying, everybody to call everybody back or whatever. So this girl, her son, tipped over her youngest daughter's bottle milk.
And
it
the top
was-
one on.
You could tell it was titty milk because it looked different. You know what I'm saying? I could just tell when it was titty milk. So, and
What
just,
you mean it look different?
it just
It do.
But just off of how mad she was when he tipped it over too, I knew it was
took
titty
her
milk. 'Cause
15 hours to pump that
hello.
shit.
So instantly she was
Not
pissed
a
off
party.
because the baby was already crying. So she was trying to hurry up, get the bottle, do it. She had to do it.
Well,
So
she
she
should have
could.
put that top on that
Then the
bottle.
son.
Then.
I mean,
Got that damn bottle in that baby mouth.
but guess what she had to do? She had to end up whipping her titty out. Everybody was basically telling her like, "You good? Like whip it out."
Yeah.
That's just with some in some crowds.
But mostly
they're
that's
okay
what it
with
is. It's situational. Like people
Yeah,
be at the
some crowds,
restaurant,
right,
the baby
right.
tripping like, "Oh, I thought we would left by now. Oh, he's still crying for another bottle. He won't
This
it."
baby's still hungry, man. This baby,
That's how it be,
this baby
man.
wanna suck.
Listen,
This baby wanna
listen.
suck a titty, man.
Them kids ain't on no clock like
So
that.
are we saying cover in public or be free?
Hey, listen, man.
Do what you have to do.
Do what
When
you
the
gotta
baby
do.
gotta eat,
You
the baby
just said
gotta eat.
cover.
Baby gotta eat.
I
You
ain't
heard that?
say
Baby gotta eat. Feed the baby.
Feed the baby.
Feed the baby.
Yeah,
Hey,
do
one
what
thing I
you
want to
gotta
just
do,
mention
my
real
shit.
quick is one of the only things that's on the planet that women produce that there's nothing, no one else or nothing else can be produced from a woman is colostral fluid. So I want you ladies to look up colostral fluid, okay?
This nigga,
We
man.
gonna learn
Where
something
you gonna
every
get
show
this nigga
of the
from,
truth.
man?
Alright?
Hey,
So,
This is the beginning of the breastfeeding,
look it
and
up.
that's the
Please look it
most
up.
important
I got it.
part that
What
the
it's called?
baby needs to get.
What it's called?
So colostral fluid helps the baby
I don't know if
to.
he's pronouncing it right, but
This
He's
right.
not.
Oh, this right. So this
It's
is
not.
the colostral fluid is for the baby to actually for the brain to help the brain to develop.
it does.
The actual senses in the baby are heightened.
Motor skills, all that.
All
It's
that.
the first part of breastfeeding.
So
That's what you
this
want
is-
the kids to get.
Right. So this is something that is actually something that ladies you want to do. You don't want to put your babies on the Similac or the processed
have to,
foods.
though. Some people
I
have
know. Listen, I say you don't want to if you can't. If you don't have to, you want to try to breastfeed as often as much as you can for your child, because that is the best way for your child to produce brain.
But that's just at the beginning. So if you
It's
can,
at the beginning,
that's
so that's
if
the
you
best
get
part.
it, yeah, you get it. Even if you can't continue, you
Right.
want to let them at least get that part
So
of it.
it's the brain development, motor skills, senses, it heightens it and everything. So you guys want to make sure that you guys breastfeed at least the first 2
I'm a
months.
Similac baby. I'm
telling
good.
Telling you.
So you know what? We talked enough about breastfeeding.
I got
Now-
my little $15 check too from Similac. Y'all don't remember what they were trying to do.
So
we got a
we
comment.
got a comment. Go ahead. What the
You
comment
remember
say?
that they were trying to get that
Do
money
what
back?
you have to do to feed your child, because it's better than having to give them government-made formula with toxic ingredients just to appease the public.
Oh
A
shit!
tough.
She said tough.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
And,
We with
that
you.
We go with this shit.
I agree. That's what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
Government.
I agree.
I agree, sister. I agree.
Oh,
We
shit.
definitely with that.
So now let's talk about Diddy and Lori Harvey.
Oh shit.
So we all know that Lori Harvey used to mess with his son.
No, that's not true.
Well,
Yes, it is.
That's not fucking true. That's
need-
speculation.
okay, let's say we speculate.
Damn.
Let's say they hung out.
Who seen you seen
You
them?
seen them together?
God damn.
They were
Lauren Harvey
dating.
and-
How?
Yeah.
How? The same way
What's
she
that?
went.
was
The
a-
same way she with the dad and she with the son.
No, she wasn't.
That
doing
was
with
smoke
the
and
same.
mirrors.
She went the same.
They wasn't doing the same.
Listen.
I ain't
Yes,
never
they
seen no
was.
pictures of them two
Smoke
together.
and
Yes, they
mirrors.
was.
The son and
Yes, they was.
You know what
They got
smoke and
pictures.
And
mirrors
he's
are.
older than he's a little bit older than Lori too.
He's
he was putting
25.
her. He was putting her on a little something.
Listen, smoke
Y'all
and
sleep.
mirrors.
Y'all
That's
sleep.
what it's
That
called.
Y'all
was for
sleep.
Diddy.
Y'all
That
sleep.
was for Diddy.
Smoke and
Y'all-
He
mirrors.
was,
So
she was
wait.
just around for
Y'all
Diddy.
sleep.
Wait, time
She
out.
was
Like
around
I
for
just
Diddy.
gave the perfect
Diddy,
explanation. Would y'all be
Don't put us in this.
entertaining the? No, I'm just saying
For
because
us,
that's pretty
'cause
much what it is. If
we
you have a
want-
son, would you entertain the idea of entertaining somebody that even his son?
Listen, this man is a
Be around.
billionaire almost, man. This man can do the hell
I
he
mean,
want.
And that's
She
what I
finer
said.
than
So
a
basically,
motherfucker.
everything is
Shit.
circumstantial. Basically, when you
My
got
son
money,
better
so
not
basically you
come
got
around
money, you
with
can do what you want to
So
do.
you said if
That's
your
all
son,
that's-
We in
people out here are
competition.
doing what they doing for
The
the money,
fuck?
sis. You
No,
know
but
that.
that's
Coming
the
out the bike with no
problem.
shirt
That's the
on and
problem.
everything.
so he the
Fuck wrong
Diddy.
with
So Lori Harvey's so fine. He just said that if his son brought money, it's
I'm just trying to
competition.
tell you, it's smoke and
He going to
mirrors,
get 'em.
man.
all
He
we
had to
saying
get
is-
He had to get the green light from Steve.
So okay, so in
I don't
this
even think
situation,
that's
I have
Steve's
a
daughter.
question.
It's not Steve's daughter.
Y'all took on his name.
They did,
Yeah.
but he's been there. They've been married for 12 years.
Since she was 10.
Yeah, so
Okay.
technically, that's
He ain't
his.
birth for no. That ain't his
Technically.
daughter.
I mean, you don't think step parents come
Oh, her
and
dad is the one in the feds.
Yeah.
She done dated 2 kingpin drug. I ain't even finna get into all her business.
But okay,
That's
so
it.
the question of it, so let's say,
She hell.
so listen.
Talking about Steve Harvey wife?
Yes.
Oh man,
I love
she
her.
the truth.
All right,
And she
so
teaching
be
her
flying
daughter.
the bitch,
She
too.
teaching her daughter to go after the
That bitch
moolah.
can dress her ass up.
She is this
Okay.
woman has taught her
So,
daughter
so if
Teaching all
y'all,
that.
the
if y'all
game.
like that, why y'all be mad when the situation turn around when she get done with Steve and she end up taking everything? So y'all gonna be like, oh, these fucking.
No, I'm not mad. I'll never be mad about it.
Listen,
Just
when-
like Steve Bezos.
Listen,
What
when
name
you
is
get
that?
them like
Jeff.
that, that's how
Jeff
you gonna
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos just lost 70 billion with a B.
And that's why I like it.
But
she
you know
got-
what?
she
You
got
know what?
He
35.
not
She got
tripping. He
35.
not tripping.
That's
You know
why I
what?
like it.
He just made another 100.
That's why I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
say,
Another
he-
100.
but listen, he can afford to leave.
$35 billion.
Even
$70
Gucci
billion.
Man, even Gucci Man, niggas
What?
was pressed because Gucci Man got to come up off this money right now
Who
to
was
get his baby
pressed?
mama. Niggas.
I mean, listen, it's
they
all about the reason.
Fuck they pressed by.
It ain't even about the reason.
It's about
So
listen.
niggas be
Okay,
mad
here
when
we
that
go.
sound get
Okay,
on.
wait,
Hold
no,
on,
I'm saying with the females.
One at a time.
So
One at a time. Go ahead, yo, both.
your husband got Louis Gucci. Do the kids need it? Should he buy the kids the same thing?
It's not even about the kids the same thing.
I'm
It's if
asking. You gotta answer the question.
It's not even a
You
specific.
talking about-
It is
you
though.
know,
If you're living a certain lifestyle, yes, your kids should live that lifestyle too.
So I have to buy my kids Gucci and Louis
If
Vuitton.
I'm Dolly drip down, my baby gonna be Dolly
Man,
drip
we ain't
down
talking-
too.
That's your shit.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No.
Whatever I'm rocking, if I was wearing Gucci, you don't think my baby would be in Gucci
So
too?
you saying that you
That's-
wear
that's
Gucci
retarded.
and then your baby wear
That don't make sense.
Kmart? Like
I
I'm
see.
trying, I'm asking. No, I'm trying to get a.
That's basically what you
y'all
said.
going- Y'all see.
That's basically what it
Y'all
is.
taking one extreme to the next. Man. Gucci to
Where is Kmart?
That's
Look
basically
at
what
him,
it is.
man.
If
We
you
don't
if
even
you
know
wear-
what
if you
Kmart
wear-
is.
You know what?
Kmart on
My
66.
kids be
Listen, we know. Hold up, we
They
do
do.
know.
They get their
that
uniforms
Polo
for Kmart
is
for
sold
school.
at-
I go to Kmart for
hold
their
up,
uniforms.
Ain't no
Hold
wrong
up.
with Kmart.
We know
Yeah,
that
they do
Polo
work.
was sold at Dillard's and Polo was sold at Ross. Polo was sold at Dillard's and Polo was sold at Nordstrom's.
Nordstrom's.
Polo was sold at goddamn TJ Maxx. Polo was sold at goddamn Saks Fifth Avenue. Polo is every goddamn one.
Wait.
So what I'm saying to you is this: if I am wearing Gucci and my son is wearing Polo,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay then.
So why you just
this is
saying
what
what the
we
fuck you
saying?
said?
So it
Because
doesn't
you made
matter.
it seem like if you wear Gucci, do I have to buy my kid Gucci?
That's what I asked
If
you.
your kid ain't never had no Gucci item, it'll look kind of crazy. Like, damn, you can spend all this money on yourself, and you don't think you could buy your
But that's
child shit?
extreme. But that's extreme because you know
It's not
ain't nobody
extreme.
buying their children no
Because you're saying-
goddamn Gucci
because you're saying
shit.
Gucci.
Now you want to put your child
Ain't
in.
nobody buying their kid Gucci.
They are. They are.
They are. I was about to say,
saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, they is.
But what
To
we
me,
saying,
I
Let's
think
say
that's
this,
stupid.
before we
What
say
we
that,
saying
I think that's the
when
dumbest
you're
shit you
buying your children's stuff, buy
Unless
black
they-
owned. Go to Dolly B, cause she's a black designer.
Believe
They
me.
do that, though. They want to wear
I'm
Gucci.
not wearing
No,
nothing
but
else
I'm
but
gonna
Dollar
wear
D
Gucci.
from here on out.
the thing is, we got the mindset that's Gucci is the shit. That's the
You hear that's the first
problem.
thing he said.
I
So
said
we
Gucci and
got-
Louis Vuitton.
that's
we
what everybody wanna
understand.
wear.
No,
No,
we
it's
understand. But hold
that's
on,
what
hold
everybody
on. We have to understand that Gucci and Louis ain't shit.
And we gotta
We gotta understand that because
You
in the
ain't
black
gotta- you ain't gotta let
community,
me understand.
in the black community, we have to start to realize that we have to start putting our own money in our own community. So if we know where some black designers at, and we like a certain thing, go to the designer, sit down with the designer, and talk to the designer and tell them what you like, and then they will try to create that. And if they don't, this is what black people like to do. If somebody is not able to give you what you want, we are ready to blast them, put them on blast, or talk about they can't do this, or talk about what they not able to do. No, motherfucker, you probably weren't clear, or you probably didn't sit there long enough to explain yourself all the
But
way
you know
through
what?
it, to execute from the beginning, middle,
Even
and
if-
execution.
Let's say this. Let's say they did. Who cares? McDonald's fuck up your meals all the time, and they keep on going back.
Go right
so the thing is we need to give our own people the same consideration
And
that we
chances.
give Walmart, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell. I've never went to a
We talking about
fast
clothes.
food,
We
but
talking
I'm
about
just
fast
saying in general.
But look,
We keep on
in that
giving
situation,
them
in that
JCPenney,
situation, my whole
Burlington,
point
Ross,
is,
TJ Maxx, all that.
if I'm gonna live a good lifestyle, regardless, throw Gucci out of it.
Right.
If I'm living a good lifestyle, I can do what I want to do. Ain't no reason why my baby mama should be struggling to pay
Struggling a
$200.
bitch getting 10,000 a fucking month.
It ain't gonna be struggling if my child can't pay for therapy, because that's pretty much why they got so much money, because the child's been lacking therapy for about a good 2 years now, because Gucci ain't been fronting the money. And the first thing people want to say is, oh, she could get the government to pay for that.
Oh, we don't want that.
First of
We
all,
don't
at the
encourage
end of the day, but that's what
I think
people
that's
that's
a
what
cool
people's
amount.
stance
But
is.
sis,
If I have money, why would I not want to contribute to my child
sis,
in any
this
way
is
that
one of-
they need?
You're right.
Because I feel like I'm helping the
Sis,
child
you're
and my
absolute-
mother in doing it.
Sis,
That's
yeah.
pretty much where
Sis,
it goes. You
you're
can't do
absolute-
that.
but sis,
And
you're
if you
abs-
had kids with the wrong person, I feel bad for y'all.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. However, if that's the case, if you have not, we were just talking about going to college and not going to college and entrepreneurship and all these things, right? So as a mother, right, if you have not found your lane in life yet, right, you see that I'm successful. You see that I got all this money. Why aren't you saying to me, okay, well, damn, baby, you got damn. Why can't, look, I'm finna send him over there with you.
Half of the time they don't want
The
to.
thing is
Nah,
this.
now you
That's
talking out
that's
your
The
ass.
child
crazy.
is disabled. Gucci can't take care of the child. They
but
already
he
went
has
to
enough-
court and
but he
did
ha-
that. You keep saying,
he
well,
has
he
enough-
have enough to
I'm
do
not
that.
saying about I'm not saying about
they
just
would've been
Gucci.
did that.
I'm just saying about any
That's
woman.
bullshit.
If a woman sees that this man is successful or has the money, why is she seeking the money instead of
Instead
sending
of-
the child over there to
Believe
the
it,
parent?
because she
in that
wanna
parent-
live.
in that
She
actual
wanna
household.
ball.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Because you
so
can
let
do
me-
that too. That's another option.
Okay, so
That's his perspective.
we're gonna calm down a little bit because you know
She
but
want
let
a
me-
ball.
No, it ain't about she want a ball. Let me tell you what child
she
support
can
is.
do
Okay,
joint custody
and let me
too.
tell you this: as a single mother who
As a single
never
mother who never got child
who
support.
never got child
So
support.
what
me
you
tell
got to say?
I would have loved to get child support, and let me tell you why. It's because I would have been able to do more stuff for myself, right? The money that I make goes towards me and your child constantly. When child support comes in, that means the money that I make can also go to me. Not just me and your child.
ain't our problem.
But
No,
your money,
no,
your
no,
money,
it ain't
your
your
money
problem.
is
Yes,
never
sir.
gonna go to you.
No, I'm just saying.
The
But
money
just
just
say,
ain't never go to you if you want to have more.
no, but I don't. But see, this
If
is
you
what
wanna
I'm
have
saying.
What do you mean go to you?
So
What do
this
you
is what
mean?
I'm saying. This is what I'm saying really quick. Is that I lack of maybe getting Simple stuff. My
Be your
nails, my
basic
toes done
bitch.
because I have to make sure that your child is always getting because you're not taking care of your portion.
That's your child.
That's fine, and that's why I didn't get child support. Right? So I'm not complaining
You
about mine.
didn't ask for child support?
No,
or
I
you
didn't
just-
ask. I didn't ask for
thing
child
is-
support.
Well,
So
you
listen,
don't
but
need to
what
talk.
No, I
Next-
can't talk.
next.
But don't
Hold
make
on,
me
go ahead.
It's a
You
very
ain't even
reason.
trying to get
It's
child
a
support. You
very
finna
reason
talk-
why I ain't had a baby
Man.
from a lot of these busted ass niggas.
And this
I'm
is
trying
why
to let
I
niggas- I ain't going for none of that. I ain't going for none of that. But you know what it is?
And this is why I
you
never
can
had
tell
another
what and how a man gonna be for his child, how he gonna do for his child off rip. Period. It's a lot of niggas that never even dealt with a female, hate the female, but they will never want to see their baby mama down. It's a different level of
It
type
is.
of man
Right.
when they want to make sure any
Right.
counterpart that got to do with them is straight.
Right.
And that's what real men
I
do.
never even got into that whole
I feel
baby
like
mama because I already know what a
regardless-
nigga coming with off rip.
Regardless of what we going through, I just
I
feel
would
like
never.
if I'm in a position to
call
make
it.
sure my baby mama straight, she gonna be straight.
As you should.
Regardless, I hate that bitch, but if my kids are over there, that shit gonna be all right. If you know what I'm saying, if I'm in a position to do that, then that's what it is.
That's what
I
real
don't
men
care
do. Though.
what. That shit ain't really got.
The
Cause
thing
I ain't gonna
is-
be there. I can't be there. So
Look,
you know what I mean?
In my eyes,
But the problem, let me tell you
If
what the
I had
problem
blood-
is about when niggas don't do that because of the situation with the child support being enforced. Niggas don't want to feel controlled. This is the only reason that shit happen like that.
But
When you go to court and do all this, that's like
Most
motherfucker,
people-
you ain't finna make me do shit.
But this is what happened. Usually, people who put their not all the time,
That-
because
that-
some people do play with the system, right? And but
Go ahead.
but sometimes you're forced. So everybody don't have the will that I had to go and do what I need to do to make sure that Cheyenne had everything she needed, and I also had a great family, right? And I'm not knocking her dad.
Man, you did a great job.
Thank you, but sometimes you're forced
Hold on,
to
who
go
is your
out.
daughter? Hold on. Tell
on.
me who your daughter is. Go ahead.
She been saying that the whole time, boy.
Cheyenne Roberts of June's Diary, Kelly Rowland's girls group.
Believe it.
All right.
Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it twisted. We just here. We just cooling. We out
Don't have
here
to
now.
be now.
Straight up. Go ahead.
So
Continue.
download her single PS on all streaming networks.
Well, let me
Believe it.
just say something real quick, because y'all got a lot to say. So, my thing is, you know, in the beginning, it was kind of rocky, you know what I'm saying? Having my first son, you know what I'm saying? And having our first child, me and my baby mom. But I actually love my baby mom. You know what I'm saying? We have a great relationship. We've had one. I've you know, built a great relationship with her husband. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the things are it's about respect on that aspect. But as far as our son goes, you know what I'm saying? I had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? This is something that a lot of men don't get, right? So I had opportunity because my son's mother saw that he was getting to a point where he needed me, right? So it was a great mutual respect with my son coming to be with me, right? So, you know, I helped.
That's rare.
It was a joint effort. You know what I'm
That's rare.
saying? So I commend her and her husband because they also have 2 children. So it was a good for them to focus on those 2, and they were younger. You know what I'm saying? And it was, you know, him being in his ways at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? When these young boys, when they reach a certain age, they start to feel themselves. So before he could get to that,
Smell themselves.
smell, feel, you know what I'm saying? Smell. So when he got to a certain point, you know what I'm saying?
He needed his dad.
She saw earlier though that I was more interested in getting my son, you know what I'm saying, rather than going through systems. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? It takes a village, and y'all did it right.
But at the same time, it took some actual maturity. You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
maturity.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us men don't have maturity. We're not mature, and a lot of women that we, you know, what I'm saying, come into contact with aren't mature either. So men don't want you to be with men. Women don't want you to be with women. You know what I'm saying? And it goes, and it's vice versa. However, so the children they be in the middle. So for me personally, I didn't want my son to be a part of a bunch of bullshit. drama, me cussing at his mama, calling her this, being
Man.
around that. He never heard me call his mama
Man.
out of name.
I
He
wish I
never
could say
heard
the
me
same.
say these things. You know what I'm saying? And it was more so, it's not like that how it is over there, like it is over here.
Right.
Because I'm a single father. That's a 2-parent home. You have to be able to see the differences. You know what I'm saying? And it was more so his mom saying, look, this is what your dad doing by himself. You're going to have to grow to be this. You have this, but you also have this. So it was the best of both worlds for him. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, right now he has his own apartment.
He doing his thing.
You know what I'm saying?
He got
Believe
2 jobs.
2 jobs. So my
Believe
thing
it.
is,
But guess what? Guess what he seen? Guess what he seen though?
Shout out to that nigga Jay.
And the thing is, he don't see me. Cause I told him that. You don't have to see. Listen.
That
you
nigga
don't
come
see
get a haircut
me.
and
You don't
alright.
see me. You don't see nobody. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, my teachings I'm actually seeing, and my son is actually playing them out. So parents, you have to realize what you're instilling in your children. They're actually listening to you.
They do.
You have to give
Believe
them time to develop as children, so
Believe
that
it.
you'll see what actually you did as a parent.
You plant them
see
seeds
what
and
I'm
they
saying?
will grow.
You plant the seeds and you watch the harvest.
You do.
You feel me?
They definitely
I
not going to
keep-
apply
I
it
keep-
instantly.
I keep
It's not
checking
gonna
my
be applied
phone.
instantly.
I keep checking my phone because I'm waiting on. I ain't talked to my daughter all day. It's her birthday. Since we talking about baby mamas and shit, y'all already know how that go. Continue.
Bo the baby daddy.
Bo the baby daddy. But I mean,
Continue.
so what we're gonna do is next subject, right? Last little bit, we're gonna talk about down low brothers and the difference between privacy and secrecy. So let's kick it off with the down low brothers. Bo, what you think about this?
I think it's. For me, I already. The other, what it was, yesterday, day before yesterday. Yesterday, I ran into a dude. Oh shit. I ran into a dude I was in the chain gang with, and he was with his wife and kids.
His wife and kids, you was in chain gang with him?
Yeah, we was locked up together, and
What
he was. They call it in prison. They call it the boy game.
Gay for stay?
I don't know. They just call it the boy game where niggas fuck with boys. They have sex with boys or get oral from boys. They call it the boy game.
What is that?
That's what I just explained it.
Oh man.
They do shit with men. And I seen him with his wife. He hollered at me and I was like, damn. He like, yo, this my wife. I'm like, wow. And she was bad. I'm like, fuck.
But he had 2 kids from him.
Yeah, believe it. Now I've seen this also in visitation. Like we come to Vizzo and niggas out there with their family and their wife and shit, and soon we get back to the yard, they buying a punk some ice cream. You know what I'm saying?
So are they gay for stay or like?
No,
like,
they gay cause they wanna be.
That's what I'm trying
Listen,
to.
I don't have a problem with out, dude.
You mean
I have no issue with y'all.
out the closet?
I have a problem with you undercover niggas. It's not right. It's not fair. Guess what? She still gonna fuck with you. 10 times out of 10.
No.
She still gonna fuck with your ass.
You gotta understand, cuz.
But they be knowing y'all do gay
Cuz,
shit.
You gotta understand.
Listen, hold up, bro.
Most of the niggas that you talking about like the finger in the booty.
Thank you. So when he tells you to do that, baby, we are telling you that that is part of the shit. He's already shown you what he's on.
If you
It's
like
freaky. Don't get it twisted. That's not freaky. That's the other side. Hey, I have no issue with it. I have friends. I have gay family members I love to death.
Caller on line 1.
My nigga. If
Caller
you,
line 1.
it's just too many, and I know a lot of niggas. These niggas got a lot of hoes,
That's him.
and they got a lot of kids, and you got and I know about you. It ain't none of my business though. But one time I did tell.
Hold on.
What? What's the question? What's the question?
Hold up.
I don't have no problem with gay niggas. You down?
A lot of these women, man, don't really give a fuck, man, that they men are in jail doing what they doing, cause they don't. As long as they come out here, they looking good. They got nice bodies when they get out of jail. They done been in there. They done been on all that soy and shit.
We got some comments.
And they looking good, so they gonna come out and they expect that they expect that they the only one that been getting screwed.
Well, listen.
You know what I'm saying? They don't think that the niggas been screwing other
I
niggas
will
in
tell you
jail.
that there's enough people out here that if you want to go both ways, they might accept it. I'm not one of them people, right?
Man, look
So
here,
listen,
man.
but you do need to be
A lot of
honest.
women are
Don't
allowed
make me
threesomes
tell
right
you
now in the
about-
bedroom.
Don't make me tell
So
you
they
about
might allow
it.
They might allow 2 men and a woman too.
I don't know about that.
That's crazy.
Some guys might allow 2 men and a woman.
Well, I mean, y'all done ran trains on.
Believe it.
Yeah, believe that. But this is when we were
And
kids.
You done did what?
Yeah, we
ran trains on women, chicks. This is little girls.
Yeah.
So we was little,
No, I was.
you was over 25 running trains.
I was.
That means you and another guy and a girl.
But I guess y'all don't have
No,
to tell
one at
us.
the- one in the
guy
mouth, one at the
room
back.
banging,
It is
and
what
then the
it
guy he come in the room and then he watch for 5
One in the
minutes.
front, one in the back.
And then the other dude he get ready, he watching, and then he get ready. He
No, that's a
himself
train.
pad, and then he get ready.
I'm
and then
talking about
the other dude,
one
he
at the
bust,
front,
and
one
he
at the
leave,
back.
and then the other one get started. And then and she just there. And
I
she
ain't gonna
like,
say your
"Ooh,
name. Don't worry about it. I'm
Mo?
not gonna say your name. We good.
Ooh, it's Mo. Ooh.
We don't do that. We don't do no names.
We
back
just
to-
dropped the name.
This
would.
trap live. No,
would.
no,
This
you
ain't
right.
no trap
Outside.
This is the juice.
This
Oh,
the
Lucy,
mansion.
baby.
We in the mansion.
Hey,
We
this
on
is
West
the
Shore.
juice.
I'm just gonna say where we was at. We was on West Shore.
Magna Rec. Don't
Across
forget
from
to
the
get it.
mall. You remember the condos?
What woman?
Cordoba?
Who? Where? Huh? So
We ain't gonna call out
Yeah,
locations,
you
man.
know what it was.
We ain't gonna call out
Across from
locations.
the upstairs, third floor. Yeah, you know what it is. Ain't gonna say no
Listen.
names. I know you married and shit, but anyway, go ahead.
But I think if you like men and you are a man, I think you need to tell
You
the
need
woman
to
that
tell,
you
man.
Yeah, you need
This
to
a
tell.
wrong
I hear the story
conversation for
too
me.
much.
I'm not even. in this
Especially,
conversation. I like nothing but
hey,
ass.
these
and pussy.
niggas, listen.
You got a fat.
But that's where it comes into the whole privacy
girl
and
got a
secrecy
pad.
thing. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these
So soft,
guys
too.
is just holding too many secrets. It's too many secrets being held.
Privacy and secret. See, this
This
is
is what I was
Because
talking
the
about last
different-
week.
the
about
my
different
researching the
situation
niggas
is
that you
not a secret. It's sacred.
Okay, that's,
research the niggas.
That's my definition. It's not
Listen.
secret. It's sacred. Ain't
Hold
none
up.
of your fucking
Private,
this
business.
real quick.
privacy is you don't have anybody in your business knowing anything that ain't got nothing to do with them.
But they know you off limits.
Secret is you have something going on that you don't want
Nobody
nobody
to
to
know.
find out. You don't
Oh.
want somebody to know.
That business ain't got nothing to do with this here business.
So that means that you got some other business.
That means right. You got
Listen.
a lot of business going
What
on.
I'm saying
With
is,
that being said,
Look,
hold on.
look.
Let me switch it. Can your significant other have? Do you have to have all they passwords and codes and shit to their stuff?
no,
that's
why?
another topic, bro.
That's secrecy and privacy. The fuck you mean? That's the
I guess
same
it is.
thing. Do you have all your nigga passwords and shit?
No, I have too many passwords to remember to have his password.
Believe it. Yo, what you say?
No.
That
Listen,
don't
The
sound
only
good.
time you
You don't
even
sound
want,
good.
the only
Sound
time,
good.
listen,
No, first of all,
The only
Have you
time
ever
you
went
even-
through your nigga shit without knowledge?
the only time you
No.
don't want a
Without
man's
his
password
knowledge,
I
yeah.
just
is when you
said
feel like they're
no.
doing something. That's it.
No, man, no.
Yes.
Majority of the
Call
women
the
that
cell
say that they ain't
phone.
going through.
You call
Majority of
the-
the women say they won't go through your phone in the beginning
Be
of
the
the
main
relationship. They will say, "Oh, I ain't like that.
And 5 minutes
I ain't
later,
like
go through
that.
your phone.
I ain't like that." As soon as you get 6 months into a relationship, the phone ringing off the hook. You want to know who the fuck calling this
Yeah.
nigga all the time.
You talking about 6 months relationship, but honestly, if you're in a real deal relationship with somebody, you don't even care about passwords and if you see my phone and
That
if they
ain't
ask for
true,
your phone,
son.
it is true.
Especially
Like
if you don't have
that.
nothing
I had 40-year-old women doing this shit,
Well,
man.
What is Dolly talking about, y'all?
If
See,
they were
we
still
can't
on that,
talk
there
to
was
them.
some type of
We
insecurity.
can't
I'm
talk to
talking
them.
about this.
We can't talk to y'all. Y'all.
No, I'm just saying. Are you?
I'm going to sleep.
Y'all
and
one
going
in a
through my
billion.
shit.
Wait,
Oh,
time
listen.
out. Okay, so one
I
at
just-
a time.
I
'cause we
just
all
told
talking.
y'all,
Go ahead.
if a woman wants to go through your phone and know what you got going on constantly on that while he sleep, that means she feels like you have something else going on.
Or
Period.
it's too good to be fucking true.
You're out of your mind.
No, we're not.
It's
Yes,
too,
you
and
are.
look, guess what? And guess
Hell
what?
no.
A motherfucker gonna look It be 5 years down the line. Bitch been going through your shit for 5 years.
Yeah,
And finally see something and be like, aha!
That's it.
5 years of this shit.
So how you know
I
you've been
knew
going
it.
through
You
your
been
phone for 5
doing it
years?
for fucking 4 years.
I know how I laid my phone down. Fuck wrong with you? I just don't say shit because I know ain't nothing in that bitch. I know I had that bitch turned to the. You got me fucked. I ain't crazy.
Now we remember how
touching
we
my
lay our
shit.
phone down. That's the problem.
You
Man,
trying
that
to
bitch
say
face up.
You
Fuck you. Do it, hey man.
Maybe she needed to see something in your phone.
Man, I had a motherfucker. I was dealing with a motherfucker. I didn't even have a clue. Went through my shit. I left it. You know you leave. You know nigga, you unhook it and get out of the car. I left that bitch in the car, did everything, and then later on I found out about I went to your phone every time you left that bitch. I'm like, damn. You really? Yeah. What's up? Hey, it is what it is. And then I had a motherfucker. I said, man, I don't do that going through my phone shit. Cause if you have to sneak and go through my shit,
Oh, if you said
you
that,
the one who can't be
you
trusted.
got the best believe.
If you gotta
I ain't going
sneak
through
and
your
go
shit.
behind my back to go through my phone, motherfucker, you the one who can't be
so.
trusted.
Well, I have a question.
The fuck wrong with a bitch?
So question. So you leave your phone. Do you have another phone?
That ain't none of your goddamn business what I got going on. No. But listen, I don't have a problem.
Do you
Listen,
have the other phone nobody can go through?
when I get with
no.
someone who I feel like it's gonna
One
be
phone.
something with, you can have the password to everything. But check this out, I don't delete shit. Hey, don't go past the date that we met. And guess what a motherfucker do?
Go past the day.
Now it's over. Now you done see like that ain't none of your
should it be
fucking
over?
business.
That ain't
That
fair.
ain't none of your business.
That ain't fair now.
Cause they
I don't even know why you even want. I don't know.
I don't mean
man,
this.
that's what. Listen, man.
I just want to know why you want a girl that even gonna go
When
through
you
your
gotta,
phone.
when you
First of all,
have,
I'm not
I don't
even
know.
making a statement to tell you that I'm going through your phone.
Hey, you
No,
go through.
they
You go through my phone
like
all
I
you
just
want.
told your
You
ass.
go through my phone all
That
you
bitch
want. I
was
don't
bent a little bit,
care.
and I know you
But
don't
the thing
touch
is,
my shit.
hey, but look, you can go through my phone all you want.
Right.
I don't give a
Listen,
damn.
niggas
right?
is going through phones just the same way.
Niggas is
girls
going through phones. I don't go through
Prepare
phones.
yourself.
The
See,
thing
we got
is,
somebody.
when it gets to the point where the person is doing it because they actually feel like you have something going on,
Well, then that's just like
constantly,
cheating.
That's the problem.
That's just like cheating. If I feel
That's
I'm
the
finna
problem.
cheat,
If I
you want me to
if we
come to
just
you and
chilling
tell
and
you,
I just
right?
want to pick up your phone and start
If I-
doing this, you can't be like, why are you looking all in my phone?
But if I-
you chilling right here, I just wanted to pick up your phone.
No,
I wanted to take a
but-
picture of your
But
phone.
Ask me.
Hold on.
Why I gotta
Can I
ask you?
get your
But if
phone?
I'm finna cheat,
But it's
this
my
is the crazy
motherfucking
part right
phone.
here.
That's
you
too
mean?
much. That's too much.
But this is the crazy part right here. If I'm finna
You need
cheat,
to find somebody
Hey,
that you just really want to
Anyway.
be
Hold
with.
up.
Okay, so we're gonna let
Hold up.
Tony talk. Go
if
ahead.
I'm finna
Tony.
cheat, I gotta tell you that we gotta break up because I'm finna go out here and do this before I'm finna break your heart or some shit. So I gotta tell you that things ain't working out before I go out here and sleep with somebody else. Why you can't just be a woman and tell me you want to go through my damn phone? Be 1,000. You want me to be real about going out here and cheating?
If you
I
ask me
feel
to go through my
if I wanna, oh yeah, just tell you straight up, be a man. Oh, I want to go out here and sleep with somebody else. I don't want to sleep with you tonight or the day no more. I want to break up. Is that what you want? Hell no! It's gonna be some hell. Gonna be some hell around
Just
this bitch.
ask me if you want to go
But if you
through
want
my
to go
shit.
through my phone, why you can't ask
And I'm
me?
gonna politely tell your ass,
You know what
hell
I'm
no.
saying? Cause you gonna tell me hell no, I can't go out and cheat. So
basically, the
right.
I
answer
don't
is
have a
that's why
problem.
they
You
go
can
on your
have
phone 'cause
every
they know you
password. You can have all that shit.
Lord.
My nigga, just you see the
Listen.
thing is about it when they do go through it, they see anything and they make it whatever they want to make it.
Yeah, they
That's why I don't like you going behind my back and doing
so.
it.
Wait, y'all guys don't do that as well.
Hell
Y'all don't
no.
make up stuff in y'all head that don't
Hey,
exist.
man, I don't,
We know what
one
a man
thing I
wants
know,
with a woman.
man, I can't control no woman.
We know what a man want with a woman.
If
and
you gonna
we
do
know
what you
what
do, you
women,
gonna do
how
what you-
women look at men that they fuck with.
I got too
If
much pride.
a woman fucking with a man and she got a man, she feeling this nigga.
Believe it.
If a nigga fucking with a chick and he got a female, she probably got a fat ass or she just probably nice looking or
So
something.
we're gonna talk
It's-
about
it's
that
a-
next week because
it's
that's a good topic for next week.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Oh, yeah,
segue for next week.
yeah, that's gonna be a good segment.
Cause
Nigga know something.
nigga can't see
We
a
don't
bitch
love
brain
these
from a
bitches.
mile
Let me
away.
tell you, I love you hoes,
Let me
man.
tell you what it is,
Listen,
y'all really
man,
think
y'all
girls
just
don't
for
want
the
sex
moment,
just as
man.
much as y'all. Y'all really think these
So you mean to
bitches
tell
be
me-
loving y'all.
you
No,
mean to
that's
tell
what it
me-
is. Y'all think these bitches be loving y'all. They don't be
Hey,
loving
I
y'all.
know
Hey,
them
so
bitches
what you
love
on
me.
that package? That be it. See what somebody
Ooh,
else got.
see what
That
somebody
be
else
it.
got, because they done talked about
I'ma
it.
drop.
Y'all think people
So
really be
that's
loving you? Think
another
only
topic.
people
Next
love
week,
you?
baby.
So we
Tune
got-
in next
I don't
week.
love
We
you
got
hoes.
2 topics for next week. So
Fuck
this
yeah.
is
Fuck you.
Mang the
Keep
Red.
it
what's your
pushing.
name?
My name Lil Bo, man. Fuck them and keep it pushing.
This is Q.
Love none
This
of
T,
you.
baby.
Dolly B.
And this is the juice.
And we out. Holla at us next week.